All right, hello wine drinking people. We are back with more of what I drank yesterday, and I say this all the time, man. My job just keeps getting better. When I see Giovanni Manetti walk in the door, the owner of Fontodi Winery, one of my favorite wineries in Chianti, like I said, just pinch myself. This job just keeps getting better. He is one of the more passionate producers that you'll meet in the wine industry, and you know, we have a lot in common. You know, he doesn't want to go open several wineries in Bulgaria and other parts of Tuscany, do Brunello. He says, you know, look, I just want to make Fontodi the best winery that I possibly can, just like me. We don't want to have like stores all over the state of Florida. We just want to have one wine store, the best wine store that you will ever find anywhere in the world. So you know, we have the similar goals. That's why we hit it off from day one, and always happy to see Mr. Manetti and some great stuff. These new releases, the 2008 Chianti Classico, which in 1997. He said, I'm not going to make Reserve anymore. You know what? I'm going to make the best Chianti Classico that anybody's ever had, and I think you have succeeded in doing that, Giovanni. Great stuff. This 2008, which is a very forward and drinkable vintage, young. Maybe not going to be as long of a live the wine as the 2007 or 2006, two outstanding vintages, but really lovely wild strawberry, red berry fruit showing on the nose, notes of the porcini mushroom, hints of wildflowers. This is the first vintage of grapes where they're certified organic as well. Hints of fresh plowed earth in there as well. Really complex bouquet, fresh with a nice forward fruit here, excellent balance, and hints of that nuance coming through in the nose on the finish. Just a lovely, excellent bottle of Chianti Classico. And we've got Magnums available. $66.75 for the Magnum, $35 the best Chianti Classico that you will find coming from Tuscany today, Fontodi. All right, the 08 Sorbo, which is a single vineyard wine that they do at Fontodi. It's a blend of 90-10 Sangiovese and Cabernet Sauvignon. You really notice that darker berry fruit from the Cabernet, black cherry, dark plum, fresh earth, kind of mushroomy notes, also showing a little licorice and spice, truffle, a really complex bouquet. Nice forward and seductive fruit on the palate as well. Ripe round tannins. As I mentioned, these 08s, very charming and really drinkable, and nice hand of that spice from the nose showing on the finish on this wine as well. Excellent juice. The 2008 Flaccianello, which was a single vineyard wine until they pulled up that vineyard, I think, in 2003, but now it is a selection of the best Sangiovese. Average production, 5,000 cases of this wine. Wild strawberry jam-like fruit, really exotic on the nose, hints of black tar, espresso, dark earth, nice concentration there, lovely toasty oak spice. Still very young, this wine, but again, this 2008 vintage, very precocious, very showy, thick and chewy on the palate. Again, the charming nature showing through on the finish, but still a lot of structure here, a firm hand of acidity and kind of light chalky notes on the finish. Most excellent juice. You want to hold on to this wine for a decade in your cellar. We've got 5 vintages of Flaccianello in the store here. We've got Magnums. We've got 3 liters. When I like a wine, we have it in all different sizes. We may even have this in half bottles. All right, the Syrah from Tuscany, definitely one of the best Syrahs you will find coming from Tuscany today. This 2007 vintage, a good amount of that animal and gamey character to the nose here. Thick black plum, almost sun-dried character to the fruit. Some dried sausage, a very sauvage note showing through on the Syrah here. Big and chewy, firm tannins, a dark mocha, kind of fresh earth and spice showing through on the finish. Needs a bit of time, but it's got everything in proportion in place. A nice dried floral note showing on the finish. Most excellent juice. All right, the Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir from Tuscany? If Giovanni's making it, it is good. And a bit of a smoky note to the nose here. Some fresh plowed earth, barnyard kind of notes showing. Tart red cherry fruit and raspberry, black raspberry showing on the nose. Really nice and spiced cherry fruit on the tongue with that earthy barnyardy note showing through. I don't know if I'd guess this is from Tuscany in a blind tasting, maybe Burgundy, but really excellent Pinot Noir at $70. All right, the Vin Santo, one of my favorite dessert wines. This is a minimum of 3 months drying the grapes and 3 years in the barrel, but these guys, I think, keep it in the barrel for 5 years. Sangiovese, Caniolo Malvasia are allowed to make Vin Santo, but this one is a 50-50 blend of Malvasia and Sangiovese. Lots of dried fruit here, figs, plums, a host of brown spice, molasses, spice cake, kind of iced tea notes to the finish there, but a ton of sweetness in this wine, and really nice acidity, nice freshness, counterbalancing that. That's one of the great things all great sweet wines have, is they finish dry. They have wonderful acidity and freshness, and this is an excellent example of Vin Santo here from Fontodi. But that's what we expect. Some great stuff here. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.